10 Things Your White Family Never Taught You About Racism, Part 5. I have my dog here joining us today because we're going to do a little story time. So I want you to get ready to put the facts over your feelings. The number 5 thing that your white family never taught you about racism is that Black people know white history better than white people. We know your history better than you do. Why? Because we've had to survive it. Meanwhile, most white people don't even know their own history, or they only know a whitewashed version of their history. But today, we're going to learn some facts because I'm going to read from this amazing book called The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. It says, in 1958, a white San Francisco school teacher, Gerald Cohn, purchased a house with an FHA guaranteed mortgage in the Elmwood district of Berkeley. By the closing date, Mr. Cohn wasn't ready to move in, and while keeping up his mortgage payments, rented the house to a fellow teacher, Alfred Simmons, who was an African American. The Berkeley chief of police asked the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, to inquire how Mr. Simmons had managed to get into this all-white community. The Bureau questioned Gerald Cohn's neighbors in San Francisco, but failed to find evidence that he had obtained his mortgage under false pretenses. In other words, that he had never intended to occupy his Berkeley home, but had always planned to rent to an African American. The FBI referred the case to the U.S. attorney, who refused to prosecute because no law had been broken. The FHA, however, then blacklisted Mr. Cohn, advising him that he would be denied the benefits of participation in the FHA insurance program and never again be able to obtain a government-backed mortgage. In thousands of communities between Fanwood and Berkeley, FHA policy was the same, with very few exceptions. No guarantees for mortgages to African Americans or to whites who might lease to African Americans, regardless of the applicant's credit worthiness. These facts are undeniable. They are well documented, and there are people alive today who lived through that, like my parents, for example. So if you don't even know your own history, you should not be attacking us when we are speaking the truth, speaking the facts, and speaking out against systemic racism, because that is an example of the systemic racism that you continue to deny every single day. So it's time for you to know better and also do better. And if you are someone who is open to learning, you say, I want to learn more. I want to know more. I want to do better. I want to be an active part of the solution and not be a passive part of the problem, especially because I just don't know what I don't know. Please sign up and join my 6-week online training called The White Liberal's Guide to Dismantling the Racism Within, 12 Steps to Becoming a Safe Person for Black People. You can join it on Patreon right now at the link on my profile. Anti-racism is not a diet. It's a lifestyle.